Good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome to the 2018 City of Piqua Spelling Bee. My name is Teresa Anderson, and I'm this year's Spelling Bee coordinator. At this time, I'd like to ask that you please make sure that your cell phones are silenced and that all other electronic equipment that you may have with you is turned off. I would also like to ask the audience not to whisper, talk, or spell the words in your mouth, because that's the hard thing to do when you're sitting out there, is you're thinking about it and spelling it yourself, so that we don't distract or mislead any of the spellers. I want to take this opportunity to thank the Piqua Kiwanis Club for sponsoring this academic challenge every year. Tonight we have Ms. Nikki Watson and Mr. Wyand representing the Kiwanis Club, so we appreciate them here. They also sponsor the plaques that all the students will get this evening, so we really appreciate their generosity and support. Tonight we have Piqua Catholic, Spring Creek Primary, Washington Primary, Piqua Central Intermediate School, and Piqua Junior High School students competing. The winner from this spelling bee competition will advance to the next round. To qualify for the next round, there is actually an online process that they have to go on and take a test. So the winners will give them all that information. The winners of the individual building bees are also qualified to do that, so we'll make sure that everyone has that information who is interested in it. The pronouncer for this evening is Ms. Yvonne Wyand. She is sitting at the table. Our judges this evening will be Mr. Kaufman, Ms. Mitchum, who's a teacher here, Mr. Kaufman's the principal here, and I will be at the table as well. We will be using the official word list and rules provided by Scripps National Spelling Bee Organization. And if anyone is interested, we actually have a brief copy of them up there. If you so choose to read them, we can make sure that you get a copy. In particular, we want to discuss the end of the bee procedures, because that is kind of what is most confusing to people. So in order to win the spelling bee, the winner has to spell the word correctly in the round that they were in. So if we get down to two people and one person misses a word, that person won that round, but then they have to spell another word correctly in the next round. So basically it comes down, you have to spell two words correctly in a row to be pronounced the winner. If they don't spell the second word correctly, then we go back, and the previous round, anybody that was still in the previous round gets to join back in. So kind of confusing, but hopefully the easiest way to remember it is they have to spell two words correctly in a row in order to win. The judges and I will be using a little bell. So if you hear the little bell ding, that means that you have made an error, and then that means you'll sit back down till the end of the round. After the end of the round, we'll have you go sit over there and wait. At the end of the spelling bee, we do have plaques to give to the students, so we'll ask everybody to please wait till the end so that they can be here to get their special awards. We were just in the back room, we kind of went over the rules, but I'm going to reiterate in front of you what I told them, is that they're already all winners because they made it this far, and so we're proud of all of them for being up here on the stage, and no matter what the outcome is tonight, you've all done a great job to earn your spot here at the stage. Let's give them all a round of applause. We're going to start this evening by asking each student to come up and just say their name and spell their first name and say it again. And the reason for that is just so they have an opportunity to speak into the microphone, so we can make sure they're getting close enough that the judges can hear them and that there's no errors because they aren't speaking loud enough or clear enough into the microphone because they've never used this microphone before. So we'll start there, and then after that, Ms. Wyand, our pronouncer, will have just a few words to say to each student, and then we'll be ready to begin.
Say your name nice and loud. You need to take the microphone down. You're sure you like to do that?
Libby, L-I-B-B-I-E, Libby.
Okay, right here, okay?
All right.
Liberty, L-I-B-E-R-T-I. Jackson, J-A-C-K-S-O-N, Jackson. J-S-S-L-Y-N.
Gage, G-A-G-E, Gage.
Daria, D-A-R-I-A, Daria. Miley, M-I-L-E-Y.
All right, I think we'll have them just hold the microphone. I think we'll get here a little bit better when they talk about it and have you stand. So you guys can just pass the microphone down to the next person when they come up. How's that? Got that? All right.
Can you hear me? Okay. My name is Mrs. Ryan. I'm the pronouncer for the evening. And I have just a few things that I kind of want to go over with you just to make sure you understand, okay? One of the things is, well, it's not necessary for you to repeat the word after me. It is a very good idea because that way we know that you got the right word, okay? You heard it. If you're not sure about the word, you can ask me to repeat it, use it in a sentence to give you the definition and origin of the word. Once you begin to spell a word, remember, you can start over, but you have to keep the letters that you started with in the same order. Even if you know that you've misspelled it, you still have to spell it the same way you started. Because once you do it and you take a letter out or whatever, it's automatically an error, okay? Also, another thing, it would be a very good idea if you could try to spell slowly. That way we can understand each letter that you say. And it also gives you an idea, gives your brain a chance to think while you're spelling, okay? As you spell your word, make sure you face us so that we can definitely understand what you're saying. Please remember, it is your responsibility to understand the word you have been given. Do you have any questions before we begin? You ready? Good luck to all of you. I know you're going to do a wonderful job. Okay. Walk.
Walk, W-A-L-K, walk.
Obey.
Obey, O-B-E-Y, obey.
Paste.
Paste, P-A-S-T-E, paste.
Slumber.
Slumber, S-L-U-M-B-E-R, slumber.
This word has a near homonym. The word is flying. It's a noun. Means travel by air. Pretend.
Pretend. P-R-E-T-E-N-D. Pretend.
This word has a near homonym. The word is once. It's an adverb. Means one time and no more.
Once, O-N-C-E, once.
This word could be confused with a similar word. The word is clasp. It's a noun. A device that can be opened and closed and that is used to hold two different things or two parts of something together.
Clasp, C-L-A-S-S-P, clasp.
This word has a near homonym. The word is thorn. It's a noun. It means a short, hard, sharp-pointed, and leafless branch on a plant.
Thorn, T-H-O-R-N, thorn.
End of round one. Boxcar.
Boxcar, B-O-X-C-A-R, boxcar.
This word has a near homonym. The word is banish. It's a verb. It means to completely disappear.
Vanish. V-A-N-I-S-H. Vanish.
This word has a near homonym. The word is pesky. It's an adjective. It means annoying, irritating, or troublesome.
Pesky. P-E-S-K-Y.
Return.
Return. R-E-T-U-R-N. Return.
Hutch.
Hutch. H-U-T-C-H. Hutch.
This word could be confused with a similar word. The word is rafters. It's a plural noun. It means the long, usually sloping pieces of heavy wood that support a roof.
Rafters, R-A-F-T-E-R-S, rafters.
This word has a near homonym. The word is tablet. It's a noun. A flat, rectangular computing device that is usually controlled by a touch screen.
Tablet. T-A-B-L-E-T. Tablet.
Welcome.
Welcome. W-E-L-C-O-M-E. Welcome.
This is end of round 2. Blanket.
Blanket. B-L-A-N-K-E-T. Blanket.
Dither.
Dither. D-I-T-H-E-R. Dither.
This word could be confused with a similar word. The word is wheels. It's a plural noun. Round frames that attach to a shaft on which they turn.
Can you please repeat the word?
Wheels.
Is it wheels or wheels?
Wheels.
W. L-S.
This word could be confused with a similar word. The word is darling. It's a noun. It's a person you love very much.
Darling. D-A-R-L-I-N-G. Darling.
Platform.
Platform. P-L-A-T-F-O-R-M. Platform.
Harvest.
Harvest, H-A-R-V-E-S-T, harvest.
This word could be confused with a similar word. The word is thrilling. It's an adjective. It means exciting.
Thrilling. T-H-R-I-L-L-I-N-G. Thrilling.
This word could be confused with a similar word. The word is agog. It means an adjective, full of intense interest or extreme excitement.
Agog. A-G-O-G. Agog.
End of round 3. Rambling.
R-A-M-B-L-I-N-G.
This word could be confused with a similar word. The word is lizard. It's a noun. It means any relatively long-bodied reptile with scaly skin, short legs, and a tapering tail.
L-I-Z-A-R-D.
This word could be confused with a similar word. The word is compost. It's a noun. A mix of usually decaying organic material, such as leaves and grass, used to make soil better.
Compost. C-O-M-P-O-S-T. Compost.
Promise.
P-R-O-M-I-S-E.
Cosmic.
Cosmic. C-O-S-M-I-C. Cosmic.
This word could be confused with a similar word. The word is pirate. It's a noun. It means a robber on the high seas.
Pirate. P-I-R-A-T-E. Pirate.
This word has a near homonym. The word is cheddar. It's a noun. It means a hard, white, yellow, or orange smooth textured cheese.
Cheddar. C-H-E-D-D-A-R. Cheddar.
End of round 4. Vampire.
Vampire. V-A-M-P-I-R-E.
Timely.
Timely. T-I-M-E-L-Y. Timely.
Sugar.
Sugar. S-U-G-A-R. Sugar.
Workmanship. Workmanship.
Workmanship. W-R-O-K-M-E-N-S-H-I-P.
Bandit.
Bandit. B-A-N-D-I-T. Bandit.
Frolic.
Can you repeat the word?
Frolic.
Frolic. F-R-O-L-I-C. Frolic.
Buffalo.
Buffalo. B-U-F-F-O-L.
That's the end of round 5. Ditto.
Ditto. D-I-T-O. Ditto.
Scrabble.
Scrabble. S-C-R-A-B-L-E. Scrabble.
Ballot.
Ballot. B-A-L-L-O-T. Ballot.
Cruiser.
Cruiser. C-R-U-I-S-E-R. Cruiser.
Ninja.
Ninja. N-I-N-J-A. Ninja.
End of round. End of round 5. This is round 7, excuse me, round 7. Easel.
Easel. E-A-S-I-L. Easel.
This word has a homonym. The word is handsome. It's an adjective. It means having an impressive and pleasing appearance.
Handsome. H-A-N-D-S-O-N. Handsome.
Bicycle.
Icicle. I-C-E-S-I-C-L-E. Icicle.
This is the end of the round.
Stay still.
Yeah. to spell for your round, and then you have to spell one more word. Okay, so you just have to spell one more. This word could be confused with a similar word. It's mizzle. It's a noun. Means a fine rain consisting of or marked on water in the form of particles suspended in the atmosphere at or near the surface of the earth.
Could you please repeat the word?
Mizzle.
Mizzle. M-I-Z-Z-I-L-E.
Okay, this is where, this round is where it's kind of confusing, but the two people that are up there, we will continue again because he missed his championship word. Prescription.
Prescription. Prescription. Prescription.
Chinchilla. The word is chinchilla. It's a noun. A small rodent the size of a large squirrel having very soft fur of a pearly gray color and native to the mountain of Peru and Chile, but now extensively bred in captivity.
Chinchilla. C-H-I-N-C-H-U-L-A. Chinchilla.
Mascot.
Mascot. M-A-S-C-O-T. Mascot.
This is end of round 9. This word has a homonym. Borrow. It's a noun. A vehicle with a single wheel suspended between the ends of two shafts that support a box-like body and serve as handles at the rear.
Can you please repeat the word?
Borrow.
Barn. B-O-R-R-O-E. Barn.
This word has a near homonym. The word is humble. It's an adjective. Modest or meek in spirit, manner or appearance, not proud or haughty.
Humble. H-U-M-B-L-E. Humble.
End of round 10. I need to spell another word. Mentor.
Could you use it in a sentence?
After Helen won the spelling competition, she said that her mother was her mentor.
Mentor. M-E-N-T-O-R. Mentor.
Okay, we have all of our spellers come back up to the stage, please. Okay, again, we want to give a great big round of applause to all of our spellers. And thank all of you for coming here to support them. It's great to see so many people here. We have plaques for all of the students that participated. They are getting plaques this evening for being the winner or the runner-up at their respective building. And here presenting the plaques with me this evening are Ms. Watson and Mr. Wyan from the Kiwanis Club. So the first plaque that we have this evening to give out will go to Libby Hildebrand from Spring Creek Primary, who was over at Spring Creek. No, you gotta pose for a second, because you know the parents can take a picture. So stand there, hold it, ready, pose, getting out of the All right, great job. All right. The next plaque we have is for Jackson Bowman, who was the spelling bee runner-up at Washington Primary. Next plaque is for Liberty Tips, who was the spelling bee champion at Washington Primary. Next, we have Madison Deere, who was the spelling bee runner-up at Piqua Central Intermediate School. And the next, we have Jocelyn, and I hope I'm going to pronounce your name correctly, Jocelyn. I'm going to say Reitzhuler. Am I even close? Kind of, not really. It's a good thing I don't have to spell it either. How do you say it? Freisteller. Thank you. I'm so sorry I couldn't pronounce that correctly. Jocelyn was the champion of the spelling bee at Piqua Central Intermediate. Next, we have the spelling bee runner-up from Piqua Junior High, and that is Gage Hammer. Next, we have Davion Tubbs, who was the spelling bee champion from Piqua Junior High School. Miley Heffelfinger, who was the spelling bee runner-up for Piqua Catholic. Daria Lee, who was the spelling bee champion at Piqua Catholic. At this point in time, I'd like our runner-up and our champion to come up, please. The next two runners up, please. Guess what? We're going to have to order another plaque. We had two people in the last one. No, that was the one round before that where it got wacky, wasn't it? Okay, so our runner-up is Jocelyn. Come on up, Jocelyn. And Jocelyn, here is a plaque for you that declares you as the runner-up for the City of Piqua Spelling Bee. At this point in time, it does not have her name on it, obviously, so if her parents will give it back to us after they're done taking all the pictures that they want to take of her, and we will send it to get engraved and then deliver it back to the school with her name on it. And now we have our spelling bee champion. Gage, you've been champion before, if I remember correctly. How many times have you been champion? Three or three, you think? I think so. I know it's been a couple times. So, imagine that. We have another time that Gage gets to be our champion, which is pretty awesome to tell you something that pretty consistently he must be an excellent speller. Alright. And if we could have all of our spellers stand up together, hold your plaques up, and let all the parents get one last picture. Great moment in time. Okay, super round of applause for our thanks to the Kiwanis Club for sponsoring this event.